Hello and welcome to this edition of Peake Life. I'm Elizabeth Vaughn and we have a really special session today. I'm here with Dash Wong, former Navy Special Forces. Technically you're still in it, right?
Yeah, I'll be retired hopefully in August.
Okay.
Medically retired.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
Well, thanks for having me.
We've got a really cool thing to talk about that you and your family are going to embark on this summer, but I want you to start off giving us a little bit of your story. Tell us about your time in the service and really how you've gotten here.
Well, it started in 2006. I was born and raised in Hawaii. Once I graduated from high school, I wanted to join some type of military, so I joined the Navy. From there, I did 14 years, did 8 years in San Diego, and then the rest of my time out here on the East Coast.
Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty much the extent of it was really high-paced, a lot of deployments, a lot of time away from home. So, yeah, I kind of ended up where I'm at now. Yeah.
And you had a health scare recently.
Yes.
And that kind of transitioned your time in the service to really what you're doing now. Tell us a little bit about what happened.
Yeah. So it kind of came all of a sudden. It was unexpected, of course. But I got a chest X-ray, and they ended up finding some tumors on my right lung. So in 2017, in October, I was diagnosed with lung cancer. I did a pretty long bout with that, and then I ended up losing a large portion of my right lung. And because of that, I can't jump, I can't dive, I can't do the stuff I used to do in the military. Wow. So I'm being forced to medically retire.
Okay.
Yeah.
But your time with lung cancer was, while I'm sure somewhat of a rock bottom for you,
oh yeah,
you had some major support from the Navy SEAL Foundation.
Yeah, we couldn't, I don't know how, the Navy SEAL Foundation came in so cohortedly and fast, and they supported everything, whether it was childcare. They flew all our friends and family out to help me, to help support me while I was in the hospital. Wow. They cleaned our house. They bought a bunch of medical equipment for me to come home to and be comfortable. Wow. As well as to help me transition out of the military and find employment. Okay. So yeah, they pretty much did it all for me. I couldn't be where I'm at today without them.
Now your next journey is one that a lot of people, me included, could never handle. You're going cross country in a van with your family, 2 young kids, wife. Tell us about this journey coming up. So,
yeah, so basically we decided, since we know we're gonna have to transition and move somewhere else, because the military kind of kept us here, we came up with the idea to travel the country and go to all the states, because I spent so much time away from the country, not being able to grasp onto the beauty and all the great things that this country has to provide. So it's a good learning experience for my kids. My boys are 2 and 4 years old, so it's kind of the perfect time for them.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Right before they get into kindergarten. Get to teach them a lot of things about the country. Yeah, we figured this would be the best idea to do it. But we did it a little differently. The idea really came from my wife. We did a cross-country trip to California to hang out with friends while I was going through cancer. And we did it out of a Subaru Outback. So setting up a tent every day, taking down a tent. When we got back to Virginia Beach, I had a Volkswagen bus that I was working on. And she said, this would be so much easier if we just lived out of the bus.
Yeah.
So the idea came from social media, seeing people who just sold all their stuff and kind of let go, and went with the van life kind of series, and we were like, let's give it a shot.
It's almost like the tiny house movement, except on wheels.
Exactly.
And you get to see the country.
Yes.
So cool. What do you expect your days are going to look like on the road? What are you going to do? What are you going to see? So
I'm blessed to be a part of the Kill Cliff team, which is a sports drink company, founded by a Navy SEAL with a direct mission to support the Navy SEAL Foundation. But because of that, everywhere we go around the country, every state has Kill Cliff influencers or gyms or local or military bases that carry the product. So we get to go experience these places, hang out with cool guys who got out, started their own company, and get to hear their story, as well as get to try whatever their company's about.
So it really ends up being part of your mission to help these men and women who either are still in the service or have just transitioned out. Because I understand that transition can be a challenge.
Absolutely. So the main purpose of my project for our bus series was to go to veteran entrepreneurs or people who started their company and let them sit in my bus, which I know sounds kind of cliche, but sit in the bus and tell their story. so that service members that are still in can watch the video for free, whether it be on Facebook, Instagram, what have you, and develop a plan before they get out and see people who have made the mistakes and maybe link up with mentors that could help them for the next stage or next chapter.
How can people find all this great content? How can we follow you across the country?
It's really cool if you go onto the Killcliff website, which is just killcliff.com, scroll down to about the middle page, you'll see Dash Across America. And it's our family journey. And it links you to all of our social media accounts. So you get to watch all the funny stuff that we do or cool events like this. Yeah. That we get to link up with people. And yeah.
I love it. Well, we all here at the studio really appreciate what you have done and what you continue to do for our country. So thank you so much for your service, Dash. And we cannot wait to see where y'all go. We'll keep an eye on you.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. That does it for this edition of Peake Life. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.